Now, some breaking news from the World Cup now. And England have been giving an update ahead of their semi-final match against Australia. The Lionesses coach, Sarina Wiegman, was joined by Millie Bright. Let's have a listen in.
Well, first of all, I don't think they're the underdog. They play at home. The stadium will be really full. So I think that's there's two teams that are very good, very strong, and have grown into the tournament. So I think it's going to be very tight, and it's going to be very, very competitive. And we approach the game as any other game. Just we prepare how we want to play. We analyze our opponent really well, so hopefully we can take out their strengths and exploit some weaknesses. And take it from there.
Next question.
Hey guys, over here, Elias Lorai, Vavel Media. What do you think it would actually really take to knock out Australia in their home arena tomorrow? And for Millie, what would be the key to maybe silencing the 75,000 loud Australian fans that are going to probably be in attendance tomorrow?
I think for us it's about, turning up, showing up, performing, enjoying the game. I think it's important that we enjoy it, but ultimately we're there to do a job. We have our game plan. I'm sure they have theirs. I think it's important to adapt to the game as well. Whatever they give to us, we adapt to the situation. I think that's something that we've done really well throughout the tournament. I think we've faced many different challenges. And we've adapted really well and shown different sides to us. And in terms of the crowd, I think we're just super excited to play in front of a really intense, full stadium for the women's game. That's what we want. That's what we expect now at these big tournaments, especially in a semi-final. So for us, we thrive in those moments.
Next question from right side.
Joey Lynch for ESPN. Question for Sarina. Sarina, coming into this game, Australia's strengths, they're a very quick team, they're very good in transition, they're excellent at getting in behind the opposition defences. New England, you like to get your wing-backs, your flankers very high up the pitch, leaving space in behind. Coming into this game, how can you minimise Australia's strengths and really take that aspect out of their game and force them to play the game on your terms?
Yeah, well, I'm not going to really totally explain our plan for tomorrow, but you described their strengths really well, so thank you. Yes, we know their strengths and we have our plan, and that's really the better we do, the less they can use those qualities. And what we hope we have the ball a lot and we keep the ball really well. That prevents all those moments too.
Next question.
Hiya, I'm Shaniqua from BBC Newsround. I've got a question for you, Millie. When you get to this stage in the tournament, I can imagine there's a lot of pressure. What kind of things do you and the team do to help deal with that pressure?
For us, I think there's pressure every day, every game. I think the pressure starts from the very first game, not just the semis. But for us, I think we live in that moment. We know as an England team there's always pressure, and it's something that you embrace and deal with. But for us it's staying focused, staying on task, and sticking to the game plan. And I think we've experienced moments like this, tense environments, big stadiums, big crowds, and like I said, we do thrive in those moments and it gives us energy. But ultimately it's about sticking to task and executing the game plan very well.
Next question from the front row.
Yeah, hi Sarina, Gail from Sky. When I spoke to you after the game on Saturday, you had absolutely no idea about this Australia-England rivalry. You said you were going to go away and find out about it. What did you find out? Can you use any of it? And do you think we're all crackers to be still going on about it?
Yeah, I asked players and I asked staff, and actually for us and for them, so now it's for us too, we don't feel that rivalry that much. The main thing is that there's a lot of rivalry in rugby and cricket. That's mainly, and well, last week in netball. We just know it's going to be a very competitive game. Lots of players from Australia also play in the Women's Super League, so they know each other really well. And of course they want to beat us, but we want to beat them. So that's the main competitiveness we will get in front of us tomorrow.
Next question from the back.
Steve Scott from ITV. Millie, one for you. You've already touched on the crowd. There will be 75,000 in there, and 95% of them are going to want you to lose. How do you prepare for that hostility? Is there anything you can do?
I think we're always preparing for that. I think no matter the opponent, their fans are always going to want the opposition to lose. That's football. But I think, again, for us, we focus on ourselves. We know that we're going to have fans there. Yes, they're probably going to have more. But like I said, we've been in these moments before, and as players, we embrace these moments. And it's all about us just, like I said, sticking to tasks, executing the game plan, and, yeah, embracing the moment. It's a semi-final, it's a World Cup. You want that environment, you want it to be tense, you want it to be noisy. You know, it's a proud moment in the women's game where people turn on the TV back home and they see what an incredible atmosphere we've created. So credit to Australia for selling out the stadium and creating that atmosphere, because, you know, like we always know, the women's game is still on a journey, but what a place to be.
Next question from the left side in the back, please.
Hi, Christian Radnich from Reuters. Sarina, without revealing all your secrets, do you have a plan in case Sam Kerr starts the game tomorrow?
Well, Australia is not just Sam Kerr. Yes, we have a plan, and she can play and she can start on the bench. So that's the situation.
Next question from the front row.
Hi, Sarina. Luke Edwards from The Telegraph, right in front here. Yeah.
Sorry.
Do you think this rivalry between? Do you understand the rivalry? Is there anything that's comparable for the Netherlands with a country that has this sort of intense sporting rivalry?
Yeah, of course. England has some rivalry, and the Netherlands has some rivalry too. That's I think that's healthy. That gives that competitiveness even more than it already is. And as long as it's all fair, and you know, like tomorrow, lots of people will of course shout and scream for Australia. That's you could consider that as rivalry too.
Millie, and what does the rivalry mean to you? That England-Australia, is there any sort of special memories you have? Any occasions?
Not really, no. And for me, rivalry is a big thing, but you can have it with any opponent. You know, they're here to beat us, we're here to beat them. But ultimately, it's a game of football, and we want to execute and play the best game. We want it to be a brilliant game for people to watch, and ultimately, we're here to win.
For photographers, we kindly ask to stop photography or leave this room. Thank you so much. Okay, let's go to the next question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello, sorry. Isabel Coots, Optus Sport. This one's for you, Millie. I just wanted to ask about Sam Kerr. Obviously, you mark her weekly in training. How do you feel about her calf? Sorry, I mean, like, obviously marking her. Have you passed on those tips to your teammates and things like that?
Yeah, I think everyone knows her pretty well. On a worldwide stage, I think, you know, she's made a name for herself, so it's pretty hard not to know Sam and her abilities. But like Sarina said, there's other players in the team. I think we're prepared to play against Australia as a team. We know everyone's individual traits, strengths and weaknesses, but yeah.
Next question from the left side. Yes.
Hi both, Kat Lucas from The Eye. Can I ask you about 2019? Millie, you said England have been here before. You've been in semi-finals, obviously suffered that heartache of not getting to the final. What's different this time for you? And Sarina, obviously you did get to the final last year. What would it mean to you to do so again with this England squad?
A lot's different. You know, that was a few years ago now, so I think the environment's different, the women's game's different, teams, players. I think the past is the past. We can influence the future, and I think it's important to stay present on the task ahead, which is tomorrow. And yeah, like I said, we're fully prepared going into that game.
What it means to me, what it means to the team. You know, what you've seen in this tournament, and that happens every tournament. There are a lot of teams that are being expected to go to the semi-finals, to the final, but you can never take anything for granted. It's really, really hard, and it's just very, very special to go so far in the tournament. But when you're there, when you're at the semi-final, you want to win it too, because you really want to go to the final. But that's the same for Australia. That's what they want too. So, but it's of course, I feel privileged that we get this far, and I really want to take the next step too.